Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to the Law Office of Annie Scott YouTube channel. I welcome you back. I hope that you will give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. This morning, I'm going to be talking about arrest, the most fearful thing out there in the free world, and that is the possibility of going to jail. Sometimes, you're arrested if you have been stopped for a traffic violation. Sometimes you or your family has been arrested for, say, suspicion of theft in a store. Sometimes you may be arrested for, getting into an altercation with someone in your family and maybe someone who's not a family member. There are many things that lead to an arrest. But I want to try to advise you without actually giving legal advice, but more giving some legal thoughts and ideas on the topic, on what you want to do in that type of situation, or maybe send this video to a family member and let them know kind of what they need to do if they ever find themselves in that situation. So in any given situation, if officers are called out, the high likelihood here in Texas is that somebody's going to be arrested. I mean, I don't know if they have a secret hidden code or directive that says somebody has to go to jail, but somebody always goes to jail. And so in that situation, there are some things you need to do. The first and the most important is to remain calm. Be courteous, be civil, try not to give any attitude. I know it's hard, especially when you believe that you've done nothing wrong. But out there on the side of the street or at the scene of the alleged offense is not the place to have a trial. The last thing you want is for that officer to believe that he is the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Unfortunately, there are many times when bad things happen to people because of the altercation that they have with these officers. Officers are not trained to, decide a case. They're not trained to deliberate. They're not trained to make judgment calls on what is and what is not evidence, and what is not going to be accepted as evidence and allowed to be presented to a court. That's not their training. So you want to make sure that you are being calm. You want to make sure you're being civil and courteous. And I hate to say it, but just, allow yourself to be arrested, and then you can fight your case later. Another thing that comes very closely in line with an arrest is what's called the Miranda rights. If you are being arrested, I hear all the times from my clients that they're not getting their Miranda rights. Nobody read them their Miranda rights. And that's true in a lot of cases. And so I want to try to help answer the myth that everybody that's arrested gets their Miranda rights, because that's not true. And it's not true because everyone that's arrested doesn't need their Miranda rights. Miranda rights are your protection as citizens that are provided by the Constitution that say that you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed to you. Now, these come into play when the officer intends to ask you questions. If the officer is not going to question you, because like I said before, they're just not trained and experienced in conducting a judge, bench, jury trial out there on the side of the street or on the scene, they may not want to question you until you've had an opportunity to request a lawyer, have a lawyer, and get advice. And so that's the next thing that I kind of want to touch on very briefly. If you have been given your Miranda rights, that should be a sign that they intend to talk to you. And you should be very clear. You have that right to remain silent. The worst things happen if you start talking. If you start admitting or you start questioning, you just end up shooting yourself in the foot in almost every circumstance. Not every, but almost every circumstance. We defense lawyers say you have a right to remain silent. Use it. Don't say anything, because you're not helping yourself, and you're definitely not helping us when we come on board and take your case. The less evidence you give them, the better. Ask for an attorney. Be very clear in asking for an attorney. If you don't know what to say, don't say anything. If you believe you know what to say, don't say anything. Wait for your attorney to get there. Wait for your attorney to protect you from hurting yourself and damaging your case. That's what we do. That's what we're there for. We are your advocate. We are there to make sure that your rights are not violated, that you don't make incriminating statements. Okay? So this is just a simple instructional video. Like I say, it's not legal. It's legal instruction. Okay, these are my legal opinions, and this is what I would instruct in most given circumstances or cases for my clients. Now, if you want to have a true legal discussion with me, you need to go ahead and, as I said, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, but then give me a call. I would love to sit down and talk with you. My phone number is 832-536-4549. That's 832-536-4549. I would love to hear from you. And also, I have written a book, and that book is available to you for free. Here it is. Now, I know it's backwards because, we're on the video, but it's called Still Human: Getting Past Your Criminal Charges. That book is available to you for free. All you have to do is visit my website, www.anniescott.net. That's Annie, ANNIE, Scott, SCOTT.net. And you can request this book as well as a few others that are under my law office. And we will send those out to you for free. We would love to help you with your criminal situation, or your family with any criminal questions that you may have. And we want to do that for you for free. We're not asking any cost for that. Our consultations for all of our criminal cases are free. Right now, during this period when there's a lot of shutdown and a lot of stay at home, we are still actively working. We're still actively representing clients. And so don't feel like you need to wait. In fact, it's better that you don't wait, because we can get ahead of the crowd and get things happening and get things resolved right now. So please subscribe to the channel, like the channel, comment on the channel. Let me know what questions you have that I may be able to answer for you. And then give us a call and go to our website and request a free book. It is our joy and our honor to provide legal advice and legal opinion to you. Let us know how we can help. Thank you so much.